Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our Global TV Deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
I will go without a murmur, and it's so safe, follow me. It is well with my soul, with my soul. It is well. It is well. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. With my soul, it is well. It is well. It is well with my soul. Say don't let nobody use you. Don't let nobody fool you, no God. Oh, you know if you say. I said, don't let nobody use you. Don't let nobody fool you, no God. Tell me so you know if you say. You know if you say. You know what you say. You know if you say. You know what you say. You know if you say. Don't let nobody use you. Don't let nobody fool you, no God. You know it is the hands of God that they want. It is the hands of God that they want. It is the hands of God and the one hope. It is the hands of God, the right hand. The prodigal son and that. Oh, prodigal son and that. Oh, prodigal son and that. It is the hand of God, the right hand. Watch them a rap on them a little money. Watch them a rap on the one. I bet you hear them a right. Watch them rapping on the one. To the right, you know. To the right, you know. To the right, you know. It is the hand of God and the one. It is the hand of God and the one. It is the hand of God and the one. It is the hand of God, the right hand and the one. If you reach up a heaven before me, tell them that I am coming. When the first trumpet sound, I will be there. Okay. I will be there, right over there. Hey, when the first trumpet sound, I must be there. If you reach up trumpet sound, I must be there. I will be there, right over here now, with the first trumpet sound, I will be there.
Good evening, and welcome to Global TV Revival on a Spirit Need Awakening, because just the day when we find out that we've been robbed more than we thought, everybody silence, everybody go on like their sleeping pill, them get from the government, nobody now talk about the whole heap of money we're missing under this crooked government. But this evening we come for Joseph Patterson because the country has suffered. Good evening, everybody. How you do? Prime Minister, I tired your sister. You may get away tonight, Prime Minister. Prime Minister, you might get away tonight. I'm tired. I've been filing my tax all day since I finished drive time London, Prime Minister. I've been filing my tax to the HMRC. And when we start, it have the option to do something today, left and come back and go tomorrow. But anytime I start to do administrative work, Prime Minister, unlike you, I go through the whole hog and make sure I submit. My deadline is the 31st of this month, Prime Minister. And I have submitted ahead of time. Have you, Prime Minister, have you had your statutory declaration certified? Just ask it. Because you know we mind people business, given that so much money is missing and you can't account for the bags won't carry. But Joseph, we come here for this evening. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good evening. Debbie Jervis, you have to go get well and come back out here soon, because all heap of money wrangle go on where, you know, if you don't understand the money breakdown and the number galanging and all that jazz. So, me confused when me say the whole heap of money. Never if me can't count them on me so confused and annoyed. How you know how much? Right? Sharon Bernard, good evening, real sweet RJ. The Easy Jerk World, good evening, Debbie Jarvis TV. Good evening. Who else is here? Marcia Thomas, good evening and welcome. I'm not careful, my eye no right, find the in a computer, can't barely see anything in front of me. Sunshine, good evening. Good evening, Sophia Hall. Ivan Bradford, good evening. Andrea Joan Hamilton Wilson, Wagwan, you alright? Who else there? Beat and Teach, Wagwan. Jason Kane, good evening. Who else is here? Joan Bailey, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Pauline Russell, good evening. Good evening to TikTok. Good evening. Inez Face is Sexy KZ. And K with just a face. Lenny, good evening, and welcome. Thank you all for joining us this evening on Global Television. It is your program, yes, The People's Point of View. I, Silda Williams. You know, this morning we run through the PNP. This evening we run through the Labour them. And we're going to run through the UIC tonight. Because, Annie Jones, this is an election year. And everybody will be under the scope. But there's not much meat on Joseph Patterson and the UIC. So there's not a lot to chew about. But what political system under these two parties, what we call a unipolitics, even though one is capitalist and one is social democrat. They both, under the uniparty system, are pretty much the same. Whoever comes in is pretty much the same of nothing that we always get. More and more in every election cycle, we see the disengagement and the disenfranchisement of Jamaicans who are just turned off the corruption and the do nothing, not achieving anything for the country. We are going nowhere. That our political cycle offers, election cycle after election. The failed promises after failed promises. As a country, we have become fed up of it. This is why we do not engage in the system. We have also made ourselves rigid, Paula Shelley, to a tribalistic politics where oftentimes you hear Jamaicans say a third party would never make it in Jamaica. Given where we are with these two parties, I think it's time for us to reconsider that opinion as a nation. The numbers show the number of disengagement where the eligible voters who turn out to vote on each election cycle are lower and lower. To the tune where you can say 60% of eligible voters browse. 60% of eligible voters do not engage with the system or feel disenfranchised because you give them your vote and nothing is happening. You get the promise and it never gets fulfilled. So 60% of Jamaicans at home don't engage in the election cycle. That number tells us that carefully orchestrated, that 60%, we can tap into it a new party and totally change the political landscape in our country. Colin. The UIC came, did they not? Still here, aren't they? Round about the time of COVID and in the lockdown, UIC start to get its noticeability on social media, especially for people in the diaspora, because we see the potentials of Jamaica and we see how these two brothers, these two cousins, the JLP and the PNP, have destroyed the fabric, the political, social fabric of our country. We can't grow economically. We just can't move forward. 60% of us are disengaged. When Joseph Patterson and the UIC came along, a lot of us was gripped to the UIC, especially those of us in the diaspora in particular, because the policies that put forward by the UIC, we know if get implemented in any party in Jamaica, those systems will work, benefit us collectively and advance the country. talk about not engaging in the corrupt political cycle. Fine, all and well done. Donations are being gathered. No sooner than later, it turned out into a leadership and a financing debacle in the UIC. Of course, any organization can bounce back from any debacle. But when an organization is used as one's personal property rather than for the collective good, this is where the problem comes in with the UIC. And it is why I'm calling on Joseph Patterson tonight to let go of the shirt of the UIC. Jamaica needs a third party. For our political landscape to change, for us to tackle corruption in our party, we need other options than these two current that we have. We're still under the Westminster system. Britain is an island as well. Britain have 390 different political parties. Not all of them contest in a general election, but many of them, you have some who will just contest at local government election. They may contest for the mayoralty for them locality or whatever. Having just JLP and PNP, we're never going to get out of this cycle. We have to have other political options where people can break away from the tribalism and look towards political parties that are presenting policies that can develop the country, improve our social life, and move the country forward. UIC as a party, I think under good leadership and stewardship as a party, it can tap into the political psyche of Jamaica with good leadership. The issue, I think, for myself, or what has gone on in public, or what we know of, the UIC two major challenges is how donations are being used, and of course, leadership from the presidency to the NEC. Joseph Patterson did a great job of taking UIC forward to us to where it is today and where it was before its collapsing. But I think the UIC needs new leadership in order to move forward and to break in the political psyche. Just bear with me. I'll take a quick break and come back. Just one quick break, please.
I tell me put you to Zion. Tell me say you don't you trouble Zion no. And me say Zion have a key that will open sinners' heart. Don't you trouble Zion. Tell your neighbor don't you trouble Zion. Be say never you trouble Zion. Leave them alone. Be say Zion have a key, and them a hopeless sinners are. Don't you trouble Zion. And me say wo yo yo yo, wo yo yo yo. And me say wo yo yo yo, yo yo. I'm a go yo yo yo.
Thank you very much for holding on. Welcome back. Now, the way Joseph Patterson presented the party to us as how he wanted the party to be funded sounds like a very good idea, where he wants us, the people, to fund the party home and abroad so that we move away from the funding of the private sector where they control the party in all ways. That was a good idea. Leadership. Mr. Patterson have, in my view, a narcissistic tendency of leadership, similar to Andrew and Peter Bunting, if not on the same magnitude. That type of leadership cannot lead a political party. It's the very same debacle that the Jamaica Labour Party has ended up in with Andrew Holness. The narcissistic mentality where it's all about me. It's not the party collectively. I am the party. And this is what is holding back the UIC Joseph Patterson. It's stopping Jamaicans from taking the UIC serious. It is stopping people from gravitating to the UIC who don't really want much to do with PNP and Labour because they can't bother anymore. But if the leader cannot unite the party, if the leader cannot lead effectively, Mr. Patterson, then in the interest of the country, Mr. Patterson, if you have love for Jamaica and you want to have a system to help fight this corruption, in the interest of the country, step aside and let the party try and find back its mojo. It can happen. It cannot happen under a leadership, Mr. Patterson, that it's all about you. There's many things, many great leadership role within the party that Mr. Patterson can lead on. But certainly, the president of the UIC, Mr. Patterson, deserves a change. Under your leadership, there's too much tear away with you and candidates and the NEC. You have resigned many times and come. That's not leadership. Well, as soon as you don't get it your way, the baby and the bath water is out. Now, another great holdback. I'm tired tonight and my brain tired. Another great holdback for the UIC, Mr. Patterson, is your very style of politics. You say you don't want to get involved in the dirty politics sphere. I wouldn't want you to get involved in it either, or become what we're fighting against. But politics in any country in the Western Hemisphere we know about, Mr. Patterson, is not done from an armchair. It's never done from a living room, Mr. Patterson. Of course, one may organize and strategize a party from a living room. But you will not get the voters, Mr. Patterson, to vote for you from a living room. You and this blatant refusal to tap into the Jamaica political psyche as it is, going out there, meeting the people, campaigning as how we know and understand politics in the Western Hemisphere. How much people do you think you can look at the analytics of your broadcasts. You know, we have backroom analytics that we can look at. Look at your analytics, Mr. Patterson, if your message is getting through on social media. Look at your analytics if your message is getting through on social media, because that is not the type of political psyche that Jamaica is in, Mr. Patterson. The political psyche of Jamaica is a highway and hedges. You have to go out there, meet and greet with the people, interact with them, get to understand what their problems and concerns are. And from there, you can design policy to address those issues, Mr. Patterson. But sit down in an armchair. You're not going to get far into the political psyche of Jamaica. Norman Ferguson, how you do? You're not going to get far into the political psyche from an armchair. The country, though, deserves another option other than JLP and PNP. And under good leadership, Mr. Patterson, under good stewardship, under a leader that doesn't have a problem with transparency and accountability, Mr. Patterson, like Andrew Holness, because you have the same tendency there to the accountability and transparency problem. You have it too. The party will not advance, Mr. Patterson, with you at the helm. You can be a great advisor to the party. You can be a great strategist to the party. There's so many important roles for Mr. Patterson to play. But when it comes to the leadership of the UIC at the moment, I think Mr. Patterson should step aside and let the party find its mojo so the country can have a different option other than Brother Puss and Brother Rat. We need another option than Brother Puss and Brother Rat. And I truly think under good stewardship, the UIC can get its mojo back and make moves into a political psyche. But Mr. Patterson sit down in an armchair playing political vlogging. It's not Jamaica politics, Mr. Patterson. You're not going to break in that way there. Trust me. It's the winner reach there so yet. They may have foreign politics, sir. We're coming along, but we're not completely there yet. Our politics demand that you go out and you meet the people. You go out and you interact with them. You go out and you assist them. You go out and you listen to their concerns. You don't get angry and want butt head when people want transparency about funding Mark Golden. Everybody can't hold gun away head and hold way at ransom, so somebody must be able to do something in the interest of the country rather than within their political and personal interests. And that whole of Jamaica, you know. That's why Jamaica has been sticked up. Because everybody coming is about their political and self-interest. Nobody now come in the interest of a better Jamaica. Everybody come in the interest of a bigger bank account. In Andrew Holness's case, is 28. 28 in Andrew Holness's case. So we need multiple parties in this country. With them two parties that will keep walk and buy seat and vote in a Jamaica. Then we have to wake up to a new dawn that Jamaica people are willing to vote with their conscience, because Jamaica people have much more choices other than the two dead in the water, galangin, where we have day come, where no better, no herring, no barren. So, Mr. Patterson, step aside. Step aside, Mr. Patterson. You're not doing the UIC any good service. The UIC will not rise under your type of leadership. The UIC, however, have the potential to rise. Just don't strangle the party, Mr. Patterson. Jamaica is bigger than your ego, Mr. Patterson. Way, way bigger than your ego. And if you don't love on a country, Gloria Morris, how are you? If you don't love on a country, put your political ambitions and your personal ego aside. Step aside from leadership of the UIC. You can be a great advisor, a great strategist to them. But when it comes to leadership, you need to let go and relax. Because you owning it up like it's my baby, it's not going to benefit the country, nor is it going to allow the party leadership to work with independency if it is not in line with Joseph Patterson. Politics not play from armchair, sir. If you're not willing to go there, in the highways and the hedges, if you're not willing to go there in the highways and the hedges, sir, drop it. Make somebody who willing to go get them foot dirty in the water take up leadership of the party. The party don't deserve just somebody who speak nicely, Mr. Patterson. The way you're running the party is like that head boy from an upper class home. It's not what is going to cut it in our political psyche. What is required is strong, dedicated, selfless leadership, Mr. Patterson. I hope you can take the advice. Because I say, we get rip off left, right, and center. Left, right, and center. You know the quote them a go on pan, but I'll probably read this article tomorrow. My head tired from morning, me now get my head rest. But the quote, I met Norman Brown, that's his name. Go forward with him judicial review. Let's see what comes of the bulldoggery with them depend. And yes, I don't know why Jamaicans so silent. I don't know why we're so long abiding and peaceful. Because when we think to say, a little job, a lesson, whatever, but then again, we don't notice the Gleaner article wording today. Nobody don't use the word unaccounted for today at all, you know. Nobody, Violet Watts, no use the word unaccounted for today. Them say outstanding. Christopher Tufton, $830 billion. Christopher Tufton. $830 billion cannot be accounted for under Christopher Tufton's regime. Yes, that same Christopher Tufton who planned to topple Andrew for leadership. Yes, almost $1 billion. I saw it go. No, almost $1 trillion. And I saw, I don't know. Anyway, how much ever enough money it be, Sharon Bernard. Dr. Tufton, $830 million. Dr. Tufton thief out of the Jamaican coffers. I mean, not talk about no outstanding or what a thief. We go no, and I can't tell what we want to do with it. A thief or no thief. It's simple. Make we look who else thief again. 81 million feather. Feather and a whole heap of the other them. 80. You know, count up on the money in Jamaica. Count up on the money. Because when they come on a campaign, you have to ask them how much of the money they are going to pay on the back. Count up on the money. Real sweet. How are you? Count up on the money. So 830 billion. Woman the thief. Dr. Tufton. Then the municipal them thief 81 million. Count up on the money. Count up on the money. Phillyard Vibes, how are you? Who else? But this year, nobody know can blame Andrew Farry. This year under PNP. So Mark Golden was in the last administration. Under that administration, whoever was agriculture minister then, because this happened 2013 to 14 and 15 to 16. So this year, of all the money will come out today, this year we can't show up on Andrew, Janet Nisbet. But why Andrew and his friend them are milk with Jesus Christ? Andrew and him friend them are milk with. Them people are not thief like a job anymore, you know. Them people are not thief, box food, money. Pernell Charles, you know the younger daughter of Pernell Charles Sr. Yes. 700 million. Looks like a Dr. Tufton is the biggest thief out of all of them, you know. Because remember them thief in $1 million. Dr. Tufton thief in $1 billion, though. See that? Dr. Tufton, $1 billion. Dr. Tufton thief in a. The rest of them found where I go to the thief in loot. Yeah, Dr. Tufton and Fayeval, them thief in $1 billion. Lord Jesus. What a calamity. 700 million. Pernell Charles. Thief. Let me show you. All one of the galang in. We will get to it. Well, one somebody I go pick up tantamount of different $500,000 in a one day. Feather 33 million. I don't know money feather take by a pussy. They're gonna pardon. Because no feather by a front. Enough. Pardon the expression. But you don't know feather by a front. Enough. $33 million worth of front feather by out on the money. 33 million. You can't go on like when you're broke. St. Catherine, they reported expenditure in 2022 to 2020 to 2024. 1.25 125.5 million. Only 73.5 million of that could be verified. 52 million discrepancy. Oh. Kingston and St. Andrew. Sample of 1,263 vultures, valuing 150.6 million. Of those 1,000 vultures, 239 vultures, valuing 13.3 million, could not be verified due to missing document. So then just give out the money and then write it down on hardcover book, yes, so then give the money. But there's nothing to say what they give it for, or sometimes in some case to who. Because then we all just go in a cemetery, go write name off a tomb, you know. Them a labor right. James, how are you? Then we go in a cemetery and go write name off a tomb and cash check in a tomb name on a tande. We need to have an investigation or a law against racketeering. Because what is going on in our politics at all levels is racketeering. It's a wide-ranging criminal organization from local government to central government, backed up by the public service. Jesus Christ. No wonder why wicked Mark Golden said, God bless the Integrity Commission. Because with them, we have to insult, you know. And the Integrity Commission alone, Joyce Ferguson, Paulette Lewis, we have to insult, you know. Everybody else look like them afraid down on have hand. Mocha can't do no nothing, Sid can't do no nothing. Nobody can do no nothing. We don't have hand, everybody afraid down. So, all we have is the Integrity Commission for disgrace, you know. Because the wicked woman in the Integrity Commission, she not prosecute nobody. Especially if our friend them, St. Anne's Municipal Corporation. They reported an expenditure of 2020 to 2021 and 2022 to 2023 were 26.6 million. Of that 26.6 million, 18.2 million variance, 80 variation, or whatever I call, and 8.4 discrepancy. For 2023 to 2024, 6 million. Verified expenditure, 11.6 million. Contract report figures. Portmore, how much is that? 22 million. Leave it a number. Don't confuse the blood itself. Everybody knows you're done already. But this year, friend of Colonel Charles and a pretty France enough. We need to read that bit your phone. So this is a extract from the Colonel Charles article. The article where explained for Colonel Charles disgrace. The audit found repeated payment to 867 individuals totaling 54 million, with some beneficiaries receiving as much as 1.5 million. In one instant in 2021, it said an individual received 3 separate payments of 500,000, half a million, on the same day. So on the same day in 2021, one of their cronies collected 1.5 million. Another beneficiary was paid 907.5. No, I know, sorry, go. 907,500 pound or so. Yeah, 907,500 pound across 5 transactions between 2020 and 2024. Despite these large disbursements, the Auditor General said the ministry failed to validate recipient needs or verify whether funds reach genuine vulnerable people. It added the absence of these basic guidelines also heightened the risk of misuse of funds and potential mismanagement. This underscored the need for prompt remedy by Minister of Labor and Social Security to ensure responsible stewardship of resources and targeted support to only genuinely vulnerable individuals. Between 2017 and 2024, the records show payment to 32,399 beneficiaries. The number of beneficiaries skyrocketed by 160.5%, moving from 3,345 in 2017 to 2018 to 8,717 in 2023 to 2024. Be a crime of one, yo. Be a crime. And Jamaicans just sit down, comfortable, while the whole of these people, Dr. Tufton, billions. How can Dr. Tufton? But remember, them said Dustin gone past study leave. After Dustin tell we say, the reason why when we employ, submit the appropriations account is because people retire, people dead, and people gone foreign. And them 3 people that take up the blame for Dustin, People dead, people retire, or people gone foreign. But Jesus Christ, Dr. Tufton, everybody thief in the billions. You know the millions, in the millions rather. And you, Dr. Tufton, in the billions, you have to take up with money and run off with it. You couldn't thief in the millions like everybody else. We could have tolerate the millions, But when we hear say you're thief in the billions, Dr. Tufton, you have funeral parlor, you import rice, you kill baby. What haven't you done to hurt the people of Jamaica, Dr. Tufton? And I'm sure you criminal, you thief, you crook, you fraudster, Grace Clinton, you're going to put yourself forward for leadership of the Jamaica Labour Party after the calamitous destruction of the cat with the bag, the Prime Minister, the criminal, Andrew Holness. What a disgrace. What a disgrace. 8 years of a government mobbed by corruption and scandal. The amount of money Andrew Holness and them crony them thief out of the Jamaica purse over the last 9 years, we could have built a whole island. Not buy, you know, build one whole new island for yourself. Sit down for yourself and check from Andrew Wheatley. Come right to today and tell me if all of the money were them thief, we couldn't go purchase material and build an island for yourself. Jesus Christ. It's terrible. It's terrible. That's why everywhere we go as Jamaican citizens, people look upon us sideways because the leadership of our country represents stealing, corruption, lying, and all of them something there. So once anybody hears say you come from Jamaica, them automatically think say you thief like Andrew Holness and the JLP. But not all of us thief like Andrew Holness and him 40 and thief. Jesus Christ, have mercy. For me, born fisted thief. Me never seen on bare face. So. And the worst thing is, Andrew Holness and him crony them don't have no shame with the thieving. Them will thief find you today and looking at your face this evening. And them will smile with you too. This is how thief and disgraceful Andrew Holness is. When last have you not heard? When last you run out of scandal from the 8th era Andrew Holness government? How much have Andrew people have to step aside because of how them thief found we? It bad. It bad, Prime Minister. You're a terrible example.
Are you a thief? What a wicked bumble old boy, this father God. Oh, he lie and blood clot me when me tell him that. What a wicked bumble old boy, this father God. Oh, he lie and blood clot me when me tell him that.
Andrew Holness, your days are numbered. Them over long time, you know. What is keeping you is the corruption of those around you. Because all of them is as thief as you. All of them is as guilty as you. This is why none of them can call you out. This is why none of them can tell you, as a Prime Minister, you have damaged the credibility of the party and the country enough. It is time that you step aside. How much more disgrace one leader can carry with him in a general election year? Andrew should call the election sooner rather than later so the country can have a say in this disgraceful mess of leadership that is going on in our country. We, the people of Jamaica, deserve an imminent say of the direction of our country. Waiting until September is too much far from here. A lot can happen in one day in politics. Labour Party no need to push out Andrew. If we don't push out Andrew, it will be a calamitous beating at the polls. We don't need to push out Andrew Holness now. Andrew Holness has stolen enough. Andrew Holness come home in student loan, and Andrew Holness has left as a multi-millionaire. Wake up, Jamaica people. Christine Gilbert, how are you? Wake up. Enough of it. Time come. Not Mount Golden, time come. People of Jamaica, time come for us to wake up from the lazy, docile politics. We now benefit from what it is now. We need to make sure we get a slice of the cake. We can't depend on Winnie all day long. I wait until crumbs fall from on high to pick it up. We deserve a seat at the table. But if we don't think we deserve a seat at the table, we're never going to get it. It's going to always be the Uni Party, the PSOJ, and those who they choose to bring with them. But certainly, if we want a seat at the table, we must demand it. This country, Jamaica, cannot run without the 99% of us who are being suppressed. The 1% that control the wealth of Jamaica, get the good justice, good healthcare, good education, good roads and all that sort, that 1% cannot keep Jamaica up. That 1% cannot keep Jamaica up. So us, the 99%, must demand a seat at the table, whether it's PNP or JLP is there. We need our seat there. We have given you a seat, Willie Don, Pauline Russell. We have given you a seat. And what you have done, you make sure no crumbs no drop on ground. Not even crumbs no drop on ground. It's time to wake up, Jamaica. Too much liberty, too much missing money. It's because of how we behave. Why you have a person like Dr. Tufton, we're thieving in the billions. Andrew and Juliet are thieving in the billions. And Andrew pocket gets so heavy that thieving Adam wholeness affair help Andrew care the destructive thieving goods. And Jamaica people still sit down fast asleep. Thank you all for being here with us this evening on the Global Television Group. I'm going to get some rest because I've been busy all day, but my administrative work over. Andrew, me file my tax. Andrew, I filed my taxes. What about you, Prime Minister?
Say the woman that's a very the woman now. She live for water back. Jesus asked her for a good man and he said she have none. She live for water back. Jesus asked her for a good man and he said she have none. She live for water back. Say the woman that's a very and the woman now. She live for water back. Say the woman that's a very and the woman now. She live for water back. I think yo 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 yo. Wo yo yo yo, me like. Wo yo yo yo. Yo yo. I want to wo yo yo yo. Wo yo 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 yo, me like. I want to wo yo yo yo. Yo yo. Oh, you keep me true, Lord Jesus, keep me true. Keep me true, Lord Jesus, keep me true. For there's a race that I must run, and a victory to be won. Oh, you give me power now, every hour. Keep me true, Lord Jesus, keep me true. Keep me true, Lord Jesus, keep me true. But in the race that I must run, and a Oh, you need it true. Rock a declare for me. Hallelujah. What you do? Let me hide myself in the Lord. Hallelujah. You hear something do on the map? You hear something do? You shake up your body. You come in the music. King Jesus sit up on the heavenly throne. Hallelujah.
Are you using Google? Thank you very much. Revival is the only thing we have left for wake with spirit, because everything we have left, them thief it, them sell it, them gateway, and we're left in a landlocked Jamaica. Thank you very much for watching Global Television tonight. Good night from Global TV.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.